Hey everyone, good morning. Happy Earth Day 2019. Robb Stan here for Nonstop Naples and Southwest Florida Television. A beautiful morning here in North Naples, Florida. 59 degrees right now. 59 degrees. Expecting the highs to be right up around 85 today, anywhere from 80 to 85, depending where you are in Southwest Florida. I am up in North Naples, Florida, at Del Norwegians Pass State Park, one of the many beautiful Florida state parks. Beautiful beach here at Del Norwegians. I couldn't think of a better place to be on Earth Day. There's about 1 mile of beach here at Del Norwegians. Give or take a little bit, depends on the tide. This is just one of our many beautiful state parks. I always encourage my followers, if they have any free time on their hands and they like the outdoors and you live in the beautiful state of Florida, to consider becoming a volunteer at any one of our Florida state parks. They're always looking for an extra hand. If we look up in the sky here, look close, you see that little white dot? There's our moon. Still up there in the sky, making its way down. We're setting into the Gulf here soon. It was just full a couple days ago. That little white dot right in the middle of the screen. It's amazing the zoom you can get on an iPhone during the live feed. Well, let's go down by the water and take a little stroll along the beach and see what we can find this morning. We'll keep an eye up in the trees for birds. Keep an eye out on the horizon for dolphins. Look along the shoreline for shells. Who knows what we're going to find this morning? Every morning is something different out here. We always run into interesting people out here as well. It's not just the marine life and all the sea life. When I'm out here in the mornings, I'm always running into interesting people. Wherever you're watching from, I'd like to encourage you to join into the comments. Let everyone know where you're watching from. this morning here at the park. Starting at 8 a.m., they're going to have an organized beach and bay cleanup in celebration of Earth Day. That's going to take place from 8 to 11 a.m. here at Del Norwiggins Pass State Park. Anyone that wants to come out and help clean the beach and bay up, we need all the help we can get. Bring a kayak, bring a canoe. We need to get back into the mangroves. Let's keep our waters clean and beautiful. So that starts at 8 a.m. at Del Norwiggins. And everyone is meeting over at the boat launch area. Probably a little later, we will see volunteers out here with their trash bags. And it is a shame. It is a shame, the debris and garbage that people leave on the beach. People, a lot of folks just have no respect for our planet. Look at this. Water bottles over here. Potato chip bags over there. Styrofoam cup over there. An abandoned beach chair. An abandoned beach towel over here. Another abandoned beach chair. Noodles just left on the beach, swim noodles. This weekend was a busy weekend for this park here. Lots of visitors. Not just local, from a lot of folks come over from the other side of the state of Florida, from the Miami area, the Fort Lauderdale area. But it's just sad to see the lack of respect that some people have for our beautiful, beautiful beaches here in Naples. There are organized beach cleanups going on all over the state of Florida today. So if you can, please take part in them. I'm sure almost every town in this country has something going on. So if you can, do participate. Show your support for our planet. There's never a shortage of kids' beach toys out here when I come out in the morning. You could come out here and stock a store with the amount of beach toys that are just left abandoned at the beach. Let's all be responsible stewards. If we don't take care of our planet and its resources, no one else will. It all starts at home. It starts with you. Nice little waves rolling in here, hitting the sandbar. There's a sandbar here at Del Norwiggins that pretty much parallels the entire beach. And right where you see those waves starting to form out there, that's the outer edge of the sandbar. Look at that sky. Beautiful, clear blue sky all around us this morning. When you come out and walk our beaches, always remember, to look up into the trees. You never know what you might see up there. Just last week here at Del Norwegians, I saw 2 bald eagles in one of these Australian pines. 2 bald eagles. That was a beautiful sight. A lot of times we see ospreys up here. Sometimes we'll see them eating their breakfast sitting up there with the fish early in the morning in one of these trees. I've seen that a lot during my beach walks. Of course, one of the most interesting and fun things is when we see a dolphin. We have had some really incredible dolphin encounters here. Just never know where or when those dolphins are going to come by. I just keep my fingers crossed as I'm walking the beach. At times, the dolphins have come in really close to the shore. I think it's a little rough this morning for that. A little too many waves for them to come right up to the shoreline. But that is not uncommon to see a dolphin right up on the edge of the beach. Let's walk north here. Right now I'm not seeing much of anything as far as seashells along the beach. The beach is really flat and the sand is very hard and compacted here. Again, if you're just tuning in here, we're in North Naples at Del Norwegians Pass State Park. Just one of our many beautiful beaches here in Naples. But what I like about this beach is being a state park, they just leave it in its natural state as best as they can. So this beach is constantly changing shape and size. As you look around here, you notice there's no homes or condos here along the beach. Nobody up on their balcony with binoculars peering down at you. It's very easy to see where the state park ends. That's where Vanderbilt Beach begins, where the condos start. There's a look down the beach, down Vanderbilt Beach, down to Pelican Bay. We're about, I don't know, 12 miles north of the Naples Pier. Gorgeous. Oh, look at the pelicans going by out here. Look at those pelicans. We'll see if we can catch some more coming by. We can get a better look at some pelicans. Looks like they're coming from the north this morning. I'll try to keep an eye out for another big group of them flying by. It's so neat the way they just fly inches above the water. Their wingtips almost touching the water. Gorgeous out here this morning. Check out this view up to the north. You can see up Bonita Beach, up through Estero, all the way up to Fort Myers Beach. You see all the way up to Fort Myers Beach this morning. Isn't that something? Even Cape Coral, the condos in Cape Coral. Quite a view this morning. You used to be able to see the old Bonita Springs water tower, but they tore it down. The old water tower, a landmark, an icon, as you're driving up to Fort Myers Beach. What does Mother Nature, what surprises does Mother Nature have in store for us on this Earth Day? It's all about her today. There's a little breeze blowing out here. Has everyone downloaded their Nonstop Naples app? If you haven't, check the description in this post and you'll see a couple of links where you can download the free Nonstop Naples app. There you'll find rewards to some local restaurants. See what's happening around town, see what there is to do. Nightlife, live entertainment, happy hours. Be sure to check out the Nonstop Naples app and visit their website, our website, nonstopnaples.com. Earlier I was saying how one of the major highlights of my morning beach walks is seeing dolphins playing and on the hunt out here. Another highlight is talking to my friend Roy, 94-year-old Roy Hazy. He is a fixture here at Del Norwegians. He doesn't really know how long he's been coming out here. I met him several years ago when I first started doing my live feeds on Facebook. And we've become friends, and he is quite an interesting character, to say the least. Always has a smile on his face. in the U.S. Navy. He was a communications officer during World War II and the Korean War both. And after he got out of the Navy, he was a general contractor. But now he hangs out at the beach every day, and he comes out here at sunrise and says his prayers up at the north end of the park at Wiggins Pass. And then I'll run into him at some point during my walk, and he and I will have a little conversation. Sometimes he shares a little advice with me. He'll probably break out his harmonicas and play a couple tunes for us. But he has become an inspiration to thousands and thousands and thousands and thousands of people following us on Facebook. Just waiting for a bunch of pelicans to come by, but they're just coming by one at a time here. None of those big formations. That is so neat to see that. Still a little hard to see out here in the water. The sun's not quite made it up over the trees there. It's right down in here. Gorgeous though, the gorgeous weather this morning. Again, it was 59 degrees when I hit the beach when I first stepped out here this morning. It's probably warmed up a degree or two by now. One of my Facebook friends is celebrating her birthday today, Victoria K. Want to wish her a happy birthday. Oh, Connie. Flattery will get you everywhere. Roy is definitely one in a million. Starting to see a few of our shorebirds starting to come out of the woods here and flying out over the water. We'll probably see some white ibises, little sandpipers, some plovers, maybe some little snowy egrets. If we get lucky, an osprey or two, and if we get real lucky, a bald eagle. On occasions, we do get to see them. Like I said earlier in my beach walk, just last week I saw 2 bald eagles perched up in one of these pine trees. But right in this area, this is a pretty good spot to see ospreys. This is Area 3 at Del Norwegians, Area 3. And right in here, between the north end of Area 3, right up to Area 4 beach here at Del Norwegians is where the pines are. You've got to remember to look up there for birds. Still not seeing any shells here. There's times I'll come out here and this beach is just loaded with seashells, loaded. And I fill up both my pockets, much to the dismay of my wife. Maybe as we get a little further north, we'll see a few shells. The curvature of the beach up to the north lately has seemed to be catching more of the shells. I'm seeing more up in area 4 and 5 and up around Wiggins Pass. Some little sandpipers. I don't know if you can see them running around here in front of me. They're just running in and out of the waves. Love listening to the waves. Hey, good morning. How are you doing today?
How you doing?
Wonderful. Another beautiful.
They sure left a mess, didn't they?
You left a big mess for us. That's what happens on the holidays. It's heartbreaking to see it.
It is.
But today they're gonna have, it's Earth Day today.
Oh, okay.
So they're gonna have the beach cleanup. Looking for volunteers.
All right.
See you later. All right. Coming out here as often as I do. I mean, there's so many people that I see day after day out here. This is like our little country club out here. A lot of the same people walking every day out here, walking, jogging. What really amazes me is the amount of people that actually live here year-round that don't come out and take advantage of this beautiful resource that we have, this beautiful beach. I don't care if you have to go to work. Come on out and take a little stroll on the beach in the morning. Or take one after work. It is so relaxing. It just seems the sounds of the waves and the smells, it just kind of clears your head of all the nonsense going on in the world around us today. Again, if you're just tuning in, if you're just joining us, please don't hesitate in introducing yourself in the comments here. Let everyone know where you're watching from. It's fun to see where everybody's at. Naples is an interesting town. We're at the tail end of our busy season right now. It's just coming to an end. We have a lot of winter residents, part-time residents that come down from the Midwest, the Northeast, spend their winter months down here enjoying the beach. Tell you what, they don't take it for granted like some of the locals do. Naples is a very seasonal town. Great opportunities for real estate investment here too. Excellent opportunities for real estate investments. You're never going to lose money if you buy property in Naples, that's for sure. There's a little crown conch, a king's crown. This is a crown conch. It's missing the little tip, the point. Still got some colors. That's a small crown conch. These are one of my favorite shells. This is a small one. I have not found a really big one yet. I found some bigger ones, but not a real big one. It's a little crown conch. I'll keep that. My first keeper of the morning. If you're enjoying this beach walk, hit the share button. Invite your friends to tag along with us. Don't hog all this beauty to yourself. The sun is starting to hit the beach here. You see it starting to rake across the beach, the long shadows from the pine trees. This is my favorite time of the day here, especially for taking photographs. Sea turtle nesting season. Just around the corner. Just around the corner. Something that I really want to remind all of our viewers about, and I'd love it if you would share the information, pass that along to your friends that go to the beach. You see this right here? Please, please, please. When you visit our beaches, whether you dig a hole like this or your children dig a hole, have fun at the beach, do whatever you want, within reason. Don't be disrespectful. But when you dig a hole like this, fill it in. Especially now that sea turtle nesting season is just about upon us. These holes are huge obstacles for the sea turtles coming up on shore at night. And then several months after they lay their eggs, when the young hatchlings emerge, that could be a death sentence to them right there. If they fall into a hole like that, they will never get out of it. They'll just become easy prey for the birds, the raccoons. So please, please encourage everyone to fill their holes in at the beach. Yeah, probably another couple weeks or so. we're going to start seeing sea turtle tracks along our shores. What's really interesting here at Del Norwegians Pass State Park is when they find the tracks, the rangers actually confirm whether or not there are eggs in the nest. They actually do a little digging, a little excavating very carefully, just to make sure there are eggs in the nest. And when they find eggs, they mark the nest. You've all seen those yellow ribbons with the wooden stakes and the wire cages. Well, here at Del Norwegians, if you see one of those on the beach, that is just a fact. That is confirmation that there are eggs in that nest. Some beaches, they just mark they call it a crawl. When you see the tracks, they just mark every crawl. Here, when you see one of the cages, that is a confirmed nest. And we will probably get to see that in my beach walks. We'll see the crawls, the nests. Occasionally we get to, if our timing's right, when the rangers are excavating the nest there, we'll get to see some of the eggs inside. We have yet to capture one of the loggerheads laying her eggs, or any of the hatchlings emerging from the nest. I have not been fortunate enough to see that yet. I would love to see that. I've seen plenty of videos of it, but never personally seen it. Never seen it during a beach walk. We found some disoriented little sea turtle hatchlings on the beach quite a few times and helped get them to safety. It's just one of the interesting things we see during my beach walks here at Del Norwegians. That's just beautiful. That blue sky, that big wide stretch of beach. Absolutely gorgeous. Here's a beautiful little scallop shell. We have lots of scallops on the beach here. Different shapes or different sizes, different colors. This one, it's kind of missing its little wings. They broke off down at the base. We'll probably see some bigger ones as we head up north here. The scallop shells. Still no signs of any dolphins. Calming down a little bit here. It's possible they could get kind of close to shore now. The waves are starting to let up. Hey, if you're just joining us, don't be bashful. Introduce yourself to the group. Let everyone know where you're watching from. We tend to get an international crowd here during my beach walks. Here's an interesting little shell. If you've been to our beaches in Southwest Florida, I'm sure you've seen it. When I tell you what the name of it is, it's going to be pretty obvious. What do you think that is? This is called a turkey wing shell, a turkey wing. Pretty obvious, huh? Why they would call that a turkey wing. These are fairly common along the beaches of Southwest Florida. The tide is still going out here. Another 30 minutes for low tide here in North Naples. Here's another fairly common shell on our beaches. I'm sure you have seen these. Pictures of them, I'm sure. If you've been to the beach, you've seen one of these. Who knows what that is? That is our famous Florida fighting conch, the Florida fighting conch. I always say this is probably the most collected seashell in Southwest Florida, the Florida fighting conch. Anyone that brings a shell home from the beaches of Southwest Florida, they probably have one of these in their suitcase somewhere. The Florida fighting conch. Beautiful shells. Beautiful shells. Just like anything else, though, that you pick up at the beach, please make sure it is not alive. Make sure there's nothing living in here, be it a conch, a hermit crab. One day, my friend Roy and I, we found one of these conchs and it had a little baby octopus in it. A little tiny baby. That was the first time I ever actually held an octopus, and it was amazing the suction that that little thing had. And it actually stung Roy. It stung Roy, and he could feel it for about 30 minutes, this little octopus. So whatever you pick up, these sand dollars, sea stars, shells, make sure there's nothing alive in them or they are not alive themselves before taking it home from the beach. And if you find anything alive on the beach and you want to help it out and put it back in the water, do it gently. Take it out and just set it in the water, place it in the water. Don't just pick it up on the beach and toss it out like a frisbee. I see people doing that with our beautiful sea stars. That is so traumatic. Breaks their arms off, and sometimes it actually kills them. Even with the shells, even with like these fighting conch shells. Don't just sit there throwing them out in the water. You're not doing them any favor by chucking them out there. I'm seeing quite a few of the conchs now. Quite a few conchs along the beach where I'm at. Right now, a lot of conchs. Here's an interesting little shell. These are one of my favorites. I have jars of these. This is a moon shell, also known as a shark's eye. A little moon shell. Another common shell. Some people call them cat's eyes. But if you look hard, you can find these. Sometimes you can find some pretty nice sized ones if you're lucky. The moon shell. There's quite a few little shells right here, all spread out. The waves kind of pulled a pile of shells out, spread it out. There might be something else of interest here. I'll take a quick look. I don't have a lot of time to spend out here. I'm like a little kid in the candy store when it comes to shelling. Oh, here's a piece of an old lightning whelk, the top of an old lightning whelk. Here's something else you'll see on the beach. You'll see a lot of this on our beaches. People wonder what it is. I got no clue what it is. It's actually called worm rock. This is a small piece. Worm rock. That's a nice little piece though. You can see couple nice little worm tubes there. Anything you want to learn more about what I'm talking about, just Google it. Or sometimes we get some shell experts watching along and they can share more information with you if you have questions. It's amazing though when you look, the harder you look, the closer you look, the more you're going to find. Look at this. Another little moon shell right there. That's got a nice little eye on it. Now you can see why they call it a shark eye. Something else here that we find a lot of on our beaches. You ever see these things? This is the tip, the end of a worm shell. A worm shell, not worm rock. That other thing I showed you was a worm rock. This is the end of a worm shell. Very, very common, especially here at Del Norwegans. All kinds of wild shapes. Sometimes I find some really, really long ones here. These are just the broken tips of the worm shell. I think I saw another little moon shell. Yep. Another little moon shell. This one almost has, if you look close, kind of a blue cast. A blue cast to that center, the eye. They call these Paul Newmans. A Paul Newman. It's got that little blue eye. A little moon shell with a blue eye. Something else we see lots and lots of here. See if I can find a big one. They're all over. Are these slipper shells? That is a slipper shell. There's several different types of slipper shells out here. You can find smooth ones, rough ones. This is a slipper shell. And you might say, why do they call that a slipper shell? Well, there's a reason. Use your imagination here. When you turn it over, see how it looks like a little slipper? You can picture that, can't you? A little slipper there. The slipper shell. Like I said, very, very common. There's another common shell. Now this is a very small specimen. Here's a couple of them. You can find some really, really big cockle shells on our beach. These are two small ones. The cockle shells. At low tide, you can see live cockles out on the sandbar here at Del Norwegans. There's two little cockle shells. Hang on, I gotta hit the button here to make an adjustment to the gimbal. You gotta remember to look around out here. Keep an eye open for a dolphin or two swimming by. I get so wrapped up into the shelling. It is just a gorgeous morning out here. Again, Earth Day 2019. What a beautiful place to be. I'm glad you're tagging along with me. I'll get you to the beach one way or the other. If I can't coax you to come out here and join me in person, you can tag along virtually. I was hoping to find a nice little whelk shell or something here, or a big scallop. There's still some beach left to explore here. Still some few more shells here. There's a nice little pile right here. These piles have been here for quite a while, for a couple of weeks. But what happens is every time the tide comes in, it just kind of sifts through them, pulls the shells around. You never know what it's going to uncover. Look at this. Look at this gem. This is a beautiful, beautiful alphabet cone. Absolutely gorgeous. An alphabet cone. That is an excellent find. The alphabet cone. I wasn't even going to look in that pile. Isn't that amazing? A beautiful alphabet cone. That is a great find. This beach here, the beach at Del Norwiggins Pass State Park, is not one of our bigger, better shelling beaches. I have had some great luck here, but there are actually nicer beaches for shelling. Marco Island, you can find some beautiful shells on Marco Island. Sanibel Island. However, I just live a few minutes from here, so I am happy with what I find at Del Norwiggins. Now here's a broken shell. Maybe we'll find a nice one as I walk the beach. These are another one of my favorites. This is just a piece of one. The Murex shells, This is not, there's not much left of this one here. Maybe we'll find one as we walk up here to the north. Shells are starting to thin out now. It's funny, we just kind of come across pockets of them here on the beach. We had some really rough waters the day before yesterday. I was really expecting to see a lot more shells on the beach. But hey, any morning I go home with one shell in my pocket, I'm happy. Here's a lightning whelk. A little lightning whelk shell. Nice colors on it. Nice colors. There's another one down here. You can see the difference in the colors when you find them. There's two lightning whelks. Those are also beautiful shells. We also have pear whelks out here. I haven't seen any pear whelks. They're a little more round in shape, and the opening is on the opposite side of the lightning whelk. These are two lightning whelks. Ah, a pear whelk. Darn it. There's a pear whelk. I want to quick grab one of those lightning whelks. Just so you can see. The lightning whelk's smaller, but you can see the pear whelk's more rounded. The stripes aren't as vivid. It's got the opening on the opposite side. The pear whelk on the right, the lightning whelk on the left. Perfect timing. Thank you, Mother Nature. Well, I have not seen any ospreys up in the trees. No ospreys flying along the water. I've actually seen ospreys on the beach. Actually on the beach. Out on the sandbars. We've got an osprey nest up here in these pines. This is up at Area 4 Beach. Parking lot 4, Area 4 Beach at Del Norwegians. We have an osprey nest here. It was active, but I don't know. The rangers said that the ospreys did lay eggs, but I guess they didn't hatch because it is abandoned now. They just abandoned the nest a couple weeks ago. We were so hoping to see some little baby ospreys up there in that nest. It was always fun watching them, seeing their little heads sticking out, and then watching them as they learn to fly when mom shoves them out of the nest for that first time. I guess we're not going to get to see that. Maybe next season. Lots of folks come out here and enjoy their morning walk looking for seashells. A lot of them miss a lot of beautiful things. Look at this. Look at that awesome moon shell. Ooh, a little bit of pitting there. Nice little moon shell, another moon shell. Oh, I think that's the third one I picked up this morning. Really like to find a nice little tulip shell or maybe a murex, a lace murex or an apple murex. Shells are thinning out here now. Not too much in front of me. But we did see some interesting things here. Did you learn anything? Did you learn anything new watching this morning? I hope you're having a good time. I hope you enjoy the serenity of these beach walks. If this is your first time on a beach walk with me, you can find me almost every day out here on Southwest Florida Television. Go to Southwest Florida Television on Facebook, and you can join me almost every morning for a beach walk here at Del Norwegians. Here's a little murex shell down here. This looks like an old lace murex shell. Kind of discolored. They're usually white. Have a good one.
Have a good one too.
They're usually white. Very interesting looking shells. Very interesting textures on them. The murex shell. Very cool little shells. That's a keeper. I think I got about 4 or 5 keepers in my pocket. Let me see if I can find a little kitten paw shell, a little kitten paw. Oh, you cat lovers, you should like the kitten paw shell. Let's see if I can find a colorful one. Should have thought about that earlier when I was in the piles of shells. They're fairly common when there's shells on the beach, but of course, where I'm at, the shells are really thinning out. Here's another shell we find here, I believe. Oh no, it's a worm tip. I thought it was an auger shell. It's a worm tip. Here's a little kitten paw shell down here. Let me grab a couple of them so you can see the difference in the sizes. And the little kitten paws. See why they would call it a kitten paw? Those are fairly common. Sometimes you can find some really, really colorful ones. As I was saying earlier, I come out here almost every morning for a beach walk. That would be on my Southwest Florida television Facebook page that you can follow those beach walks. And we have seen, all of you that follow me regularly, we have seen some pretty interesting things over the years. Really cool things, sad things, just beautiful things. We have met some wonderful people from all around the world on my beach walks. Hey, good morning. How are you doing today?
Out there this morning?
Not, I didn't see any. No, one might have slipped by me while I was shelling, but
yeah, I seen Roy. He's in his car warming up. He said.
Right now?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It's getting a little warm. He says it's a little windy out.
Oh, yeah, his blood's getting thin.
It's perfect for us Michiganders.
Oh yeah, for you people from Michigan?
Right.
Yeah, I'm wearing jeans.
Yeah, that's what I told Zach. I said, watch Rob. He'll get out there in the water if a dolphin comes close.
Oh yeah. That is fun chasing them.
Today's our last full day.
Oh boy.
Tomorrow we have a half a day, so we'll be out here tomorrow morning.
All right.
But I've had a great time. This is a wonderful place to be, for sure.
Isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Well, I'm glad you came out here. I'm glad
really
you came down and
I
visited.
did too. We'll be making it a yearly thing.
Oh, awesome. I love hearing that.
So,
awesome.
All right, Rob.
You got to dig around in piles like this. I mean, you start moving them around and...
You know what I haven't got? I haven't got an olive shell.
No olive shell?
Or the whelks.
Oh man, I just tossed 2 whelks up on the beach down there.
Oh, did you? Oh,
3 whelks.
Which one is this?
That's a lightning
or
whelk. Yep, that's a lightning whelk. Yep.
Baby lightning whelk. It's great.
I put a couple of them up there.
It's our bad guy right here.
The bad guy?
Yeah.
That's an important job.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, that's what I'm on the hunt for today. All the ones I didn't get yesterday.
I haven't seen any good olives lately either.
Yeah, I don't remember you in the past couple weeks at least.
Nope. All right, good luck.
Thanks. See you later,
Have a
Rob.
good day.
Yep. Some of our friends from Michigan that watch my beach walks. It just amazes me. I think I've been doing these walks for about 3 years. How many people have actually discovered this park and actually discovered Naples because of my beach walks. I have made several new friends that actually moved down here. They started following me on Facebook, and they came down here, visited, bought a home, and eventually moved down here. I mean, just amazing how powerful social media is. It just blows my mind when I'm out here and somebody walks up and says, "Hi, I've been watching you over in Germany or France or Australia. I've been following you for years." Almost sends a shiver down my spine. There is a nice little pile here. Plenty of shells for everyone. You come out here with some patience. Patience and a little rake helps. When you're going through piles like this, a little rake always helps. It's rough on the fingers digging through these piles. There's another nice little conch. Nice little fighting conch, the Florida fighting conch. Haven't seen any really big scallops this morning. Some little ones. That's nice colors on that little scallop. Nice little orange one. Happy Earth Day, everyone. Happy Earth Day. Beautiful morning here in North Naples. The little sandpipers running by. I see two more of my friends coming up the beach here. Mike and Marianne, they're from New Jersey. They're going to be leaving at the end of the month. I'll say hi to them. They'll catch up to me here in a minute. But they come out and they look for fossils out here. This is also a great beach for finding fossils and also shark's teeth. It's not a fantastic beach for finding shark's teeth, but you can find them if you have the eye to spot them, especially out in the water. You find a lot of them right along the edge of right at the water line. This is my favorite, one of my favorite places at the beach. It just looks so old and natural here. The old tree stumps. This is what I imagine old Florida looked like when the settlers first got here. Awesome! She found her olive shell. Awesome. I'm gonna just snap off a photo. There's gonna be a little interruption in the live feed here for a second. So don't go anywhere. Just can't resist taking pictures during my walks. That wasn't too bad. I'm back. Then in a few minutes, I'm going to turn around and we're going to go back and find my friend Roy, who I was telling you about at the beginning of my walk this morning. 94-year-old Roy Hazy. See what he has to say this morning. Probably hear a couple songs on his harmonica. I don't think I'm going to make it all the way up to the end of the park. The beach used to continue up here, but Hurricane Irma kind of put the final kibosh on the beach here and washed it away. Now, to get around the trees up here, there's a path to go around to get to the end, to Wiggins Pass. Actually, there is a trail that parallels the beach just behind the trees here. Pretty much all the way down the beach, almost all the way down. Goes down into area 2. And along that trail are picnic tables and barbecue grills. You might see some gopher tortoises back in there. Those are always fun to see. Raccoons, squirrels, some neat birds back in there. So make sure you take a walk on the nature trail when you visit the park, not just the beach. Explore the whole park. It is beautiful out here, listening to those waves rolling in. I have not seen any dolphins yet. I really thought we were going to get lucky for Earth Day and see a dolphin.
Oh, is today Earth Day?
Today is Earth Day. The 22nd.
That's
Yeah.
right.
No dolphin show yet.
No.
It's a lot calmer though.
Yep, a lot calmer. I found some shells, nothing spectacular. Any shark's teeth lately?
No.
Not yet.
Nope.
Just a whole bunch of junk.
Oh, some glass.
Yeah, big pieces.
Oh, neat.
Yeah, I like the little ones. I like those. They're really neat. They're not teeth. They're just part of those black oysters.
Huh.
You put that in your bag.
There you go. Another husband, he gets to carry everything.
Of course.
One of our friends just was doing that here, honey. He's carrying the bag. She's picking up all the shells.
It's funny because there's certain sections like this are completely washed clean.
Yep.
And then you go up there, you can spend the whole day just standing in one spot.
Isn't that the truth?
That's
There's
it.
some big piles.
Yeah.
Yep.
I don't know what it looks like up there. Did you go up there
No,
yesterday?
not yet.
That's-
Yesterday we were there.
Anything?
Oh, it was nice yesterday up there, but I mean rough. Lots and lots of broken stuff. Found,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah, those waves really tore everything up.
Oh, yeah.
did find a nice calico clam about that big, the real one that's got the brown speckles on
Uh-huh.
it. That
The
was
shell?
Really,
You
yeah,
got the shell?
Yeah.
Those are
That
neat.
was really
Yeah.
Yeah, we had one tiny little one, so now we have a larger one.
The one section when you come over the rise where the palms got moved and all the shells went.
Yeah.
It was
And
clean.
now there's a drop off
Yes.
right by the bench.
Yes.
It's really
Crazy how it
yeah.
changes.
Yeah. Well, we're going to
gonna
head
go.
that way.
All right.
See you in a bit.
Don't take everything.
We
Try
try
not
not to.
Save something for me, please. Mike and Mary Ann from New Jersey. That's what makes these beach walks fun. Not just seeing the marine life, but meeting interesting people from all over the place. Look at all the little birds running around. That one's got a cheese doodle. They're fighting over a cheese doodle. Hey, how you doing? Birthday day today?
It is
Okay, everybody. It's Victoria's birthday. She's 21 years old today.
Here, and
She's
I am.
21 years old today.
You buy that? You buy that? I got some real estate to sell you. You
Roy is here.
do. Roy's here?
Yep, he's hiding in his car. He said he was cold.
All right,
So-
it was cold.
He'll be back
I mean, I
there
have
in
a jacket
minute.
on for Peter's
Oh, look at me.
yeah.
It was a little colder when I got out here this morning. But
Yeah.
what the heck? I'd rather be warm.
I'd rather be here.
Yeah, absolutely. So
be here.
I wasn't expecting to be out here today.
Oh?
So I had something come up and
Uh-huh.
plans changed once again, and here I am.
Yeah?
So yesterday, Roy played Happy Birthday to you.
Oh, I missed it. I'll check it.
I had him play Happy Birthday on his harmonica, but now that you're here, we're going to do it again.
Okay.
So
So we don't walk up to Roy?
Well, I'm gonna go this way a little bit further
Okay.
and check things out.
Okay.
So, all right. I don't know what I'm going to find out here.
Let's hope you find me some great.
This is your last day, too.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I got one more day.
One more day.
I got one for the tree.
Oh, you got a nice little
I love how it's hollowed out.
Piece of one, yeah, piece of a moon shell. But you got it.
I got a nice moon
Oh,
shell.
that's a nice one there, yeah.
And I love this little fighting conch. Is that what
Yeah,
that
a
is?
little baby fighting.
And what's this guy over here?
I think that's an auger shell. That
It's
looks
just-
like a little auger. I can't
just-
tell if it's the end of a worm shell. That's the end of a worm shell.
Oh.
Just the very, very tip.
I said I wasn't going to pick any up today.
Yeah, right.
That's why I didn't grab a bag, but I did.
You see, you're already turning into one of us shell snobs.
I know, right?
The shell snob.
So I'm going to put this one on the tree, that one on the tree, and
Oh,
this
nice.
one on the tree.
Nice.
So I got.
You got 3 with holes on.
Yeah, and we went to over by. I never say it right. Keewaydin.
Keewaydin, that's right.
We went to Keewaydin, and oh my gosh, as you come around this end, there is a little path that goes down into this little peninsula area. I got
Shells
so many.
out of this world.
So many great shells. Oh, I did stick one in my purse. I forgot about that one.
Keewaydin, yeah. I mean, you have to get there by boat. Oh, nice.
Isn't that beautiful? What is that?
That is a lightning well. That is a nice
Love
lightning
it.
well. That is a nice
That's
one.
what I found first thing on the beach. I was
That
like,
is a
wow.
nice one. That is a beauty.
Hi.
Hey, look who's back.
love
Justine,
it.
hello. Hello, hello. Welcome back again.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
How's your shelling going?
Slowly.
Slowly?
I've been picking up after yesterday's celebrants.
Oh,
Mostly.
okay.
There's tons of stuff.
Yeah.
There's a whole crew from Friends of Del Norwegians are here doing
Right.
a beach cleanup.
Today, yeah.
I just learned about it when I
today's
spoke
Earth
to one
Day.
of them. Oh, is it?
It's Earth Day today. Yes.
The
So,
22nd? I thought
yeah.
birthday was the 23rd.
so they have organized the beach and bay cleanup
Oh, good. Well, I helped.
till 11 o'clock. Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a mess when I came out here this morning.
Yeah, I was so distracted. I was doing my part.
Good
but
for
I
you.
did find this one thing. It's not pretty, but it's really interesting. I think it's a double.
Oh,
It's
wow.
a double of that leafy jewel box.
Leafy jewel box? Oh,
and
wow.
they attach themselves to something. Anyway, I'm
That
going
is
to clean it
a
up and
leafy-
see what it looks like.
That is a nice one to get a whole one like
Yeah,
that.
I've never gotten a whole
A
jewel
leafy
box.
jewel box.
Yeah, so I'm going to try to clean it a little bit.
You know, if you
and
see
what
that, it almost looks like a rock.
I know.
That is really cool.
Yeah.
There's my nice one for today.
Ooh, that's a beauty.
And it was up in one of those old piles.
Wow, yeah, that's gorgeous. I
Yeah.
know sometimes, I know that there's treasure up there.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I don't
You just have to
necessarily
dig
have
through it.
The time
I know.
to pour through it.
You don't want to break a nail either. You need a rake. You need a rake to go through those
Oh, well, I
piles.
got, what did I find?
Oh.
I found, that's
Oh,
not
yeah.
quite a rake. Oh,
There's-
here.
There is a rake sitting up there on a little plastic one. This morning there was toys all over the beach.
I put a couple batches of toys. I found broken Easter basket buckets. I just filled it up with all the toys and put it up on the picnic table. hopefully.
Some of the beaches they just put them in a big box, you know, and let kids
That's
go
really
through
smart.
them. But
That's
here they don't do that.
No.
And they do have kids programs here too. You know,
Oh,
a lot of educational stuff for the kids.
I'm going to have to check out the Friends of Del Norwegians. The woman was telling me all about it. I could be getting credit for my beach cleanup. Apparently the state park has to keep track of that. So
Yeah.
anyway, have a great day.
All right. See you later. Welcome home, or sort of your other home. Welcome back to your other home. Look at all the little birds up here. If you look close, some little plovers just to the left of Justine, and some little sandpipers running around. Our little feathered friends that we see out here in the mornings. There's one right down here. That's a plover. Look, here comes some Sandpipers scurrying by. They're too fast to follow. More birds up here. When you come out to the beach, you see birds like this, go around them, walk around them, give them their space. Please don't let your kids chase them just for a photo op. Respect all the wildlife that you see in Florida and wildlife everywhere. When you hear Del Norwegians don't feed any of the wildlife, hey, we got a bad connection all of a sudden. I'm gonna turn around and start walking back down the beach to get a better connection. Bear with me. It's gorgeous though out here. Let's see if our signal comes back. There it is. There it is. Loving that beautiful blue sky this morning. Just gorgeous. I'm going to take a quick photo. Don't go anywhere. I'll be right back. All right, I apologize for that interruption, but I can only do one thing at a time. Video or photos. Remember, it's just an iPhone here. If you're just joining us, we're up in North Naples at Del Norwegians Pass State Park on a beautiful Monday morning, Earth Day 2019. Beautiful weather here today. Here's something interesting. Have you ever been to the beach and you come across a sight like this? Shells decorating the branches of the trees along the beach. Have you ever seen that before? I'm sure you have if you've been to the beaches in Naples. Do you know why those shells are there? Well, there's a couple reasons people hang these shells. Well, one, of course, they just hang a shell as a decoration. I've actually seen people, if they had a marker in their pocket, a Sharpie or something, they'll write their name and the date that they were here at the beach, and they hang it on the tree and take a photo of it. That's kind of a cool little souvenir. But a lot of people hang the shells for other reasons. They might hang a shell, or one of their kids might hang a shell and make a wish. Other people hang a shell and say a prayer. But one of the main reasons you see these shells on these trees is folks hang them in memory of a loved one that's passed away. That's the biggest reason. They'll hang it in memory of a loved one that's passed on. So remember that when you stumble across one of these trees at the beach. A lot of these shells have some significant meaning to people. Well, in just a few minutes, we're going to get to meet my friend Roy Hazy. 94-year-old Roy Hazy. He's been coming to this beach so long he can't remember when he started coming out here. But he is definitely an institution out here. He has got lots and lots of friends. Very interesting man. Always has something interesting to share with me. We used to call him the mayor of Del Norwegians. The mayor of Del Norwegians. Then all of a sudden we decided he was better than that. So we started calling him the governor of Del Norwegians. And now all of a sudden, within the past month or so, he has become the king of Del Norwegians. The king of Del Norwegians, Roy Hazy. Very interesting little backstory about Roy. When you see him, you're going to see his leg. His left leg is bandaged up. He was out here last summer swimming in the water, back when we had the red tide. And he had an open wound on his leg, an open cut. Well, whether there's red tide or no red tide, you should not be going in the water, especially in the Gulf, with any open sores, open wounds. Well, being 94 years old, he thinks he's invincible. He went out here and he contracted VIB, flesh-eating bacteria. Got in through that open sore. It was horrible. Now that has nothing to do with the red tide, the VIB. That is actually caused by oysters. But it is another bacteria that is out there lurking in the Gulf of Mexico. Well, anyway, he got this flesh-eating bacteria. And within a couple days, he had a huge gaping hole on his leg. Huge gaping hole. After months and months and months of antibiotics and treatment, the infection cleared and his leg is almost healed up. This happened last August and it's just finally healing now. But he was extremely, extremely lucky. Initially, there was talk of him losing his leg. He was actually found passed out here at the beach. Passed out at the beach. He was in septic shock when they found him at the beach. And it just happened within a couple of days. So heed that warning. Don't go swimming with any open sores. Always, always take a shower after swimming at the beach. Always. Don't be afraid of the water. That's not why I told you that story. Just use some common sense and some simple precautions. Anyway, now that I've told you that story about Roy, let's go say hi to him. If you ever come up to Delnor Wiggins Pass State Park, you will find him in the mornings up at the north end of Area 4 Beach under these pine trees. And under these pines, he actually paid to have a bench placed in memory of his late wife, Audrey. And he's got a poem on there on the bench that he wrote for their wedding day. It's really beautiful. Really beautiful. But you're going to meet Roy here in a minute. He's right under the tree here. I'm going to see if I can get him up out of his chair. It's a little bit of a job for him to get up, but maybe have him come over and read that beautiful poem to us. This is Area 4 Beach. This is the biggest, the widest piece of beach at Delnor Wiggins. A year and a half ago, this beach wasn't here. It was half this width. This beach, you just never know. Constantly changing shape and size. Well, here I see one of the first volunteers coming up the beach. Get close there. One of our first Earth Day volunteers with their trash bag coming up the beach. Looking for volunteers to pick up trash from 8 to 11 today here at Delnor Wiggins. And they're doing the same at other beaches. Beaches, waterways, if you have a boat. Clean our beaches and bays today. Looking for volunteers. Here, if you want to volunteer, just let them know you're here to volunteer at the front gate and they'll let you in the park for free. I'm sure there's more volunteers. They usually spread out across the beach coming up here. Let's get over here and see Roy. I saw somebody just posted something about smoking. Yeah, that's a problem. But you know what? There's a lot more serious problems than smoking.
Hey, Rob.
Roy.
How are you doing this morning?
How are you doing?
How wonderful. Just wonderful.
What's new today?
Good morning.
Finally got, hi. Good morning, good morning.
Some of your fans.
Finally got warmed up a little bit. Good morning.
Oh, it's beautiful out here.
Yeah, I was up here real early and ooh, it was cold, but I got up to the end and had beautiful sunrise. Oh, man.
Oh yeah, the sunrise was absolutely gorgeous.
Oh, it was glorious.
The clouds
glorious.
out there. It was a beautiful sunrise today.
But I really got cold. The wind was blowing up at the end there, and so I've been in the car with the heater on, getting warm.
Yeah, it's pretty hot out here now. I'm sweating.
Oh, it's getting good now, but I was really cold, so I sat there and ran the heater and read my book and felt pretty darn good.
Awesome. So, you know what today is?
Today is the day after Easter.
Today is Earth Day.
Earth Day?
Today is Earth Day.
It's my Earth Day, or how do you pronounce it? Maybe I'm pronouncing that wrong.
It's not your Earth Day. It's everybody's Earth Day.
Birthday or Earth Day?
Earth Day, man. Earth Day.
That's wonderful. What's the significance of Earth Day?
Well, today everybody is just made a little bit more aware of the problems we have here on Earth and how they can help fix them. Pollution and things like that.
Do we have problems on Earth?
Oh, do we ever?
Well, you and I don't, but I guess other people do, unfortunately.
We have a problem with people taking care of our resources. Dirtying our water, polluting our water. So today is a day that hopefully everybody is made a little bit more aware of the problems that we're facing.
Good. Well, that's wonderful.
We got all the volunteers out here picking up trash today. You'll see them coming
really?
by. They're out in their boats and their canoes.
This beach is just amazing. It's always so clean, pristine.
Well,
really.
It wasn't this morning. I don't know what beach you were at. It was sad. There was so much garbage out here.
Well, from Easter, yeah, some people have things around.
That's the problem with the holidays. It really...
Well, it wasn't too bad, I didn't think.
Well, of course, you're out here in the dark walking.
Yeah, it was, ooh, man, and that wind was blowing. It was cold. But
it was in the, what was it, the upper 50s?
I got around the end to see sunrise. Man, it was great.
So our friend Victoria is here. I don't know where she is. I saw her up the beach.
Oh, really?
But today is her birthday.
No kidding.
Yep.
Oh, golly. Had to play happy birthday to her.
Well, you did. You played it for her yesterday, but now we can play it to her personally.
That's right. She said it was her birthday tomorrow yesterday.
When she comes down here. I don't know where. I saw her up at the end. I was talking to her. I hope she didn't get lost.
Well, that's wonderful.
So you got any advice for us this morning?
Well, keep warm, yeah.
Keep warm is your advice for today?
Yeah, that is, because I really froze. But if you keep warm, why, you're happy, your body is healthier, and you feel good about everything. And fresh air is wonderful, but don't get chilled. Keep warm.
Fresh air.
Keep warm.
Boy, we're getting our share of fresh air this morning.
Yeah, I love it.
And that serotonin.
Yeah.
Still getting that serotonin out there, man.
So,
Still
you know,
in.
put on an extra coat or an extra sweater or something and enjoy yourself instead of getting all shriveled up.
Well, they're shriveled up.
Yeah.
Hey, I heard Jennifer misinformed us yesterday. I heard First Watch was open.
Oh, yeah. And it was a unique situation. She said she'd meet me there at 2 o'clock.
Uh-huh.
Well, I was there about 5 minutes to 2 or so, 5:10 to, and so I went on in the restaurant to get a table and all and get situated. She never came and never came and never came, and I finally ordered and I ate all by myself, and of course I should have a field phone. I don't have one. I'll have to get one because I could have called her. And then she called me later on, and I said, Jenny, or I called her, where were you? I said, I was there all by myself, and you weren't around. She was there, and she'd been waiting outside the restaurant for me to come. Can you believe it?
She didn't come inside.
No.
She stayed outside.
She just stuck her head in, looked around, but she figured I didn't make it, so she waited outside for quite a while I was sitting inside looking for her, eating. And then she left and never. So we didn't get together for our Easter dinner. But she came later on.
You know, I'm
that
surprised
evening.
she didn't see your car out in the parking lot.
Well, yeah, that's right.
You know?
Yeah.
Because did you find a handicap spot?
Yeah,
so
it was
you
right out
got
in
close
front of the handicap.
That is really strange.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do need a cell phone. Well, how about some music for us on Earth Day? How about some Earth Day music with that harmonica?
Ha-ha!
While we're waiting for the birthday girl to show up.
Earth Day music, huh?
Earth Day music. Play something earthy.
Well, I was just trying to think of something.
This land is your land. You know that song? This land is your land. This land is my land. You ever heard that song?
Yeah, I know it, but I don't quite know how it goes.
Never too old to learn a new song on your harmonica.
Yeah, that's good.
You just learned Amazing Grace.
If we knew what the tune was. The land is your land, let's use my land. That's a different tune. I think that's something else.
No,
Please don't take my sunshine away. That's what you were singing.
No. This land
You
is
are my
land.
sunshine, my only sunshine.
It almost
You
kind of
make
sounds
me
like,
happy.
it almost sounds like that.
Is that how Earth Day goes? You are my Earth Day.
There you go.
My only Earth Day. Yeah, I wish I knew how that tune went on that.
Oh well.
Can you sing it for me?
No. We need Ron to sing it for you. I love that low note.
Yeah, I can't
You
believe
get
it.
down there.
Note that low on harmonica, but
Hey, how was your mahi-mahi yesterday? Did you have some mahi-mahi?
well, I had a good time at Easter. I ate Easter dinner with a lot of people. There was a group right out here, old Tom.
really?
And, what was her name?
Well,
And,
there's Tom and Karen and
oh,
Scott
yeah,
and Linda.
They were up the beach a
beach.
ways, but there was another Tom here, and
Really?
she made some egg casserole. Oh,
Wow.
was it delicious? Oh man, she gave me a plate of that. So I had that and had some fruit and everything. Then I wandered up the beach, and Tom and Karen and Mark and what's her name?
Scott and Linda.
Scott and Linda, they were up there entrenched a little farther up, and they fed me all kinds of chow.
Man.
So I had a good time Easter.
What about the people who were over behind you there at the picnic table?
Oh, they offered me all kinds of
Isn't that something?
chow. Yeah,
Complete
so that
strangers.
was
People are
fun,
so
too.
nice out here.
Yeah, so it was quite an Easter day. Everybody offered me a lot of yummy
Well, that is
chow.
good. So did you but you had your pancakes yesterday, right?
Yeah, and then I went for pancakes later on too.
You had your pancakes
My
at
blueberry
First Watch.
pancakes, which are really delicious.
Well, that is awesome. I'm
So I
glad
had a
you
good
got
evening.
that.
And then Jenny came over after that, and we had a nice evening together. Watched a good movie.
What
and
did you watch?
I got from the library. It was Mr. Blanding or something's Dream House.
Huh.
Oh, it was funny. It was a good one. And of course, it reminded me of when I remodeled All the problems.
Was it all about his problems?
Problems.
Oh, the problems of construction. I see Victoria coming up the beach here.
Oh, really?
Yep.
Which one is she?
She's over here with the blue hat, walking along the beach.
Yeah, there's Victoria. Oh,
She's
good.
over there. She stopped. She's talking to Mary Ann.
Oh, what a good time.
It is a good time out here with our friends.
You had a good time with your family on Easter, huh?
Yep, I had a good time yesterday too.
Oh, that's fun.
Fishing boat out there. They're just anchored out there. They're probably drifting. Absolutely gorgeous out here. We're just up here chatting with my friend Roy. He's playing his harmonica for us. But I want him to play Happy Birthday to our friend Victoria, who's out there on the beach in that colorful shirt there. Hopefully she'll walk over here before my battery goes dead. It is beautiful here, folks. Clear blue sky. I'm gonna go see if I can hurry her up. Roy is anxiously awaiting you over here.
All right. Well, then I'll go see
nice.
Roy. Isn't that cool?
Yeah,
Sponge.
piece of sponge. Very cool.
Mary Ann said sponge. And Mary Ann gave me this.
Oh, very cool. Oh, and an olive. You got an olive shell.
Yeah,
Oh, there you go.
See its point, but it's,
But I was hoping for some. This is I'm going to stick on the branch on the way out.
Nice, nice, nice.
And I picked up some trash.
Well, come over here. Roy has to
Okay.
play for you.
All right.
He's
I
all
can't
warmed
wait.
up.
I
He's
can't
all
wait.
warmed up, ready to play Happy Birthday for
All
you.
right.
He's
where
right
is
up
he?
here
Oh.
under the tree there. Yep. Sitting in the shade of the old pine tree.
Thank you for all my new friends.
Hey, we're all one big
that.
happy family at the beach here.
Absolutely. And Earth Day is awesome.
Yep.
All these people walking around picking up trash.
Isn't that nice?
Oh yeah, I got a whole handful and some lady took it off my hands. It was
Nice.
awesome. Awesome. Because I thought there'd be a trash can up there by the,
Yeah, all the trash cans are over by the parking lots.
well, which is why probably there's trash there, right?
Yeah, people just can't carry it that far for some reason. They're lazy.
Well, I told her I'd recycle this one on the way out because I saw the recycling thing. And I am the queen.
The
of
queen,
of
are you?
recycling, yes.
All right, I love it.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey,
girl?
How are you?
Birthday girl.
Yep.
I am 21. According to you buy that?
I love
Birthday
it.
on
I love it.
Easter.
I
How
love
about
it.
that, honey?
I got lucky this year.
I want to get a
Ah,
picture of the
wonderful,
two of
dear.
you.
Okay.
Hang on.
You
Okay.
gonna take my stuff
I've
off
been
my hands?
cleaning. I've been volunteering.
Oh, another volunteer. Awesome.
Come on, sing.
Can I throw you some trash?
Sure you can.
Thanks for helping out today.
Yeah, I did all kinds of stuff down in parking lot number 3, but I'm on my way out and I wanted to say
Oh, happy birthday to you.
very good.
Mr. Roy, we were talking.
You have to do it
Do it
again.
again, please.
He'll do it all day for you.
I love that.
Love it.
Nice.
On that note,
That
I
is
have to
beautiful.
get moving.
Very good.
Thank you.
Very
Happy
good.
Oh, and he's
birthday
gonna
to
sing.
you. Happy birthday, dear Victoria.
I love that.
Happy birthday to you.
Thank you so much.
How old are you?
20.
21.
Buy that?
All right.
Even if you ask, you don't get a straight answer.
Never.
All right,
A
guys,
woman
I
never
got to take
tells.
off.
A lady never tells.
I have to take off. Happy
right.
birthday,
Thank
Victoria.
Thank you so much for all
Yep.
you do.
Roy, behave yourself.
What a good time.
Behave yourself.
Oh, with all these
Always. Tell
pretty
them
girls
always.
to kiss.
I'll see you on Facebook, Victoria.
All right.
Have a safe trip.
I will.
All right. God bless and tally ho.
Tally ho.
Oh, so many wonderful people that we've met out here at the beach. Victoria, she's from Ohio. Today's her last day, her birthday, and her last day down here. That was fun. If you ever make it up to this beach, up to Del Norwiggins past State Park, and you're here in the morning, do not leave without introducing yourself to Roy. He gets such a thrill out of meeting people that have seen him on Facebook. Hey, thanks for watching this morning. I hope you had a good time. Don't forget to download the Nonstop Naples app, the Nonstop Naples app. If you look in the description of this post, you'll find 2 links where you can download the free app. With that app, you can get some rewards at some of the local restaurants here in Naples. You can also find out where the live music is, what's happening in town, find things to do. Find out where the local happy hours are. Nonstop Naples, the free Nonstop Naples app. Also check out our website at nonstopnaples.com. Going to get a little closer to the water and then give you a look back up the beach. And then I will be signing off. Have a wonderful, wonderful Monday, Earth Day, wherever you might be watching from. Be sure to tell your friends about Nonstop Naples and Southwest Florida Television. Have a wonderful day, and God bless.